Alright guys, if you're a historian, you guys like to go metal detecting, find old relics, stuff like that, that's in the ground, under our feet. This is it right here. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I've been doing this for years. I've been showing friends how to do it, other metal detectorists and historians, and someone told me, put it on YouTube. Someone else might want to see how you do it. So that's what I'm doing. Again, this is a hobby. I do this for fun, although people have been, I guess more people have been tuning into it. So professionals and professors, if you guys want to learn, just join along really quick. I promise it's going to be quick. So this is an old image of Fort Pond Bay. This is in Montauk, New York. This is where some old stuff happened here. So if you guys have a local community that some events, some historical events have happened, most likely there are images of it. If there are images of it, then you guys have records of where these things took place, and you guys could go some metal detecting, some hunting, some researching if you guys are interested. So this here, right here, this particular location right here, is where I was able to metal detect. This right here. So this is 1898. Remember when they left, they didn't have dumpsters and trucks come and take the trash. Like a lot of the stuff was buried. They didn't have the resources to, they had 30,000 men that came through this area here. They didn't have resources to just get trucks and like come out there and clean it all. Like they didn't do that. They didn't have the trucks. They had horse and wagon, and they just dumped a lot of stuff. I found tons of amazing artifacts in this area. All right, so really quick, here we go. This is Fort Pond Bay. So what I'm going to do first thing is go to Google Maps. All right, I'm going to go Google Maps. Here we go. We're in Google Maps right now. So I'm going to type in Google Maps Fort Pond Bay, which you see I already did. So I'm going to type in Fort Pond Bay. It's going to take me to Fort Pond Bay and Montauk. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to zoom out. Here we go, Long Island. Hey, all right, Fort Pond Bay. Bam. Yeah, I don't know how to do that just to make it a little easier if you guys understand. So Fort Pond Bay, there we go. We are going to orientate ourselves because that's actually not what the picture looks like, right? The picture looks like the water's on the right side. So what we want to do is we want to orientate ourselves to have the water on the right side. Spin this around now so we orientate it so the water is on the right side. So now we can see our train tracks. They all end right there, just like in the image. We had the train tracks that were right in front of us. And then we had a little road that was little rounds, right? So we have two roads that are round. We have this one here, and then we have this outer roadway, which is right here. And as we start to like bend this, to start to look up, we could start to really kind of see now our orientation on where we are. All right, so we're going to come down in this area here. We are going to look up a little further. And then we are gonna, it's gonna be a little harder to see because this map is hiding some of the street. What we can do is take off the 3D. I don't know where it is. Okay, so we're just gonna use this. So this right here is gonna take us to different seasons. We can now look at what's happening, but I am going to, this is really crappy. Sorry, this is really not the greatest image. So you're just gonna scan through different years and see what's good for you. And if this works for you, then take a screenshot, hold it up to the side, and we'll be ready to use it. All right, so I had this image. I took a screenshot. I went to my files, and then I grabbed the image. This is it right here. I'm gonna put it onto my screen. I'm gonna enlarge it. I'm gonna see some roads that match a little bit. You see you got this twisty road right here. This road right here is going to match up with this road right here. We could also do to make it a little opaque so we could actually overlay it right on top. So we are going to overlay it on top. Let's make it a little darker so we can see this. We could turn this. Alright, so we have this, we have the road, and we are going to put this right here. So it's not far off. I mean, it's not perfect, but you could clearly see that this road runs right through here. You could see our water view. The water is right there. There's the water, lines up. So we have the water. Most important thing is the water, natural features that don't change. The most important thing is to line up, like mountains, hills, bodies of water. So right there is pretty much where we're going to be. You can see the street pretty much lines up. and the ocean lines up. So right here, in this area right here, is pretty much where all this took place. This area right here is where you want to focus on. So we're going to go back to Google Earth now. Here is where you're going to be focused on if you do want to check out the spot right here. So the image that we saw in that the old image was taken from this old water tower. So this is the water tower. That's the old water tower, and this is the current area of interest. So it's going to be right here. This is right here is fenced off. This right here is Suffolk County Water Authority. This is a ridge. This is a hill right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down here. You are gonna. I'll show you where I parked. You guys could park wherever you like if you're interested in doing this. So you're gonna come up here. The firehouse in the Montauk Manor is gonna be right there. You're gonna come down this road heading towards Gossman's Dock. But on the right side right here, you're gonna see there's some building going on in this area. Park on the side of the road, even though it says no parking. So what I do is do a U-turn and park on this side of the road because it says no parking anytime, and then just go under the brush in here and back into these woods. And this right here, I mean, I was in there maybe, I don't even know, I think I was in there 45 minutes, and I found an amazing Colgate toothpaste, full with toothpaste. It was like a pinkish color. I found the gun stock. I found old an old wagon wheel, like a wooden wagon wheel. It was like a half a wagon wheel I pulled out. There was medical equipment. So this particular area was the detention camp. Pulling up old maps. So this was the detention hospital. It was the detention hospital and also infirmary. So it is probably more medical wasty stuff, which just be very careful going over there. Yeah, either way, you're gonna find some crazy stuff. You're gonna find some stuff there, and hey, you never know what you're gonna find. But I recommend if you guys want to go here, again, this is the spot I found. It's an amazing place to find some stuff. If you guys metal detecting, history, or if you guys are just in the town and you guys, this is straight up medical waste. So it is currently private property. There's a for sale sign on the top of the hill. So again, just be careful, guys. And yeah, if you guys want to see any more, if you guys have any local maps yourself and need help finding locations of things, then yeah, it's really cool. I found tons of locations like this, and even this area. I have other satellite images from the 20s that show some pretty historical spots. Fort Hero. So guys, have a great day, and yeah, see you next time.